What's up, everyone? My name's Webb, and today we're going to be going over some gaming news, some updates, and a couple rumors. And you might want to stick around to the end of this one because we got a couple interesting rumors to talk about at the end here. First, we're going to be going over a little news about a Halo job posting that recently popped up. Then we're going to be going over a Dead Island 2 leak from some old gameplay that has emerged and a playable build of a Dead Island 2. And fourth, we're going to be going over who Square Enix just recently hired to start production on a new project. And for the last two topics of the day, we're going to go over a couple rumors, and first starting with the possible Bloodborne remaster coming to PC and PS5. And for the last rumor of the day, we're going to be talking about the possibility of a Resident Evil 8 popping up on a German retailer website. Let's get into the news today. Alright, and first I'd like to start today's video off with a tweet from Idle Sloth that says, "Today would have been Xbox's E3 2020 briefing. I miss E3 2020 so much." And I have to say I agree with you. I'm really going to miss tuning in this year to E3 and seeing all the major press events and everything else going on. E3 was something I really did enjoy to watch, and it's going to be a shame to have it absent this year. Alright, and first today we're going to be starting out with a little bit of Halo news. This all started from a tweet that was from a Twitter user named Cobril, and the tweet says, 343 Industries is looking for a senior producer to work with our core service team to help develop a new project in the Halo universe. And when I first read this, it got me thinking, what could be going on in the Halo universe now? What do you think they got planned? Halo MMO, anyone? Not really, but it would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? They could do some pretty fun things with that. And this job description reads, Senior Producer. 343 Industries is looking for a senior producer. As a senior producer in 343 Industries, you'll work directly with the lead producer, core service leads, and project leads to establish and maintain a vision, scope, schedule, budget, and resource plan. You will partner with multidisciplinary teams and drive feature and system creation, specs, planning, and execution. You will manage day-to-day development issues, identify problems in advance, and drive creative solutions to fix them. So while I was digging through the internet for some Halo news, I came across articles like this, and this, and this, claiming that there was a new job available for 343 Industries and could possibly lead to a new game in the Halo universe. So by face value of that tweet, you kind of think that maybe that'd be something lined up for after Halo Infinite, starting a whole brand new project, or just something on the side, maybe like Halo MMO or Halo Wars 3 or something along those lines, or just something completely brand new. So me being the skeptic that I am, I decided to do a little bit of further digging on this matter, and I came across a tweet from Brandon Hush, who is at Porsche on Twitter, which reads, "New project in this job description means Halo Infinite. It's a slightly revised job description. I'm one of the core service leads mentioned in the job description. Don't worry, core services is still focused in on making Halo Infinite awesome, with a few people helping with Master Chief Collection PC launches. Nothing else at the moment." So, all the speculation was quickly put to rest by a producer at 343 Industries that clarified the situation on the job description. It will be someone who is going to be hired for Halo Infinite, which still is what leads me to believe that they just need more people to manage maybe the live service aspects of it. That is my opinion. Also, it could be to just hire some more people in to not put too much stress and pressure on the people already working on the project, to kind of thin out the workload for each of them, which is good in my opinion, because the more people working on it, the more people can directly focus on certain aspects of the game, and in turn will turn out to be a better game overall. And less bugs and other things as well that usually come out with games that are undercooked. So even with Halo Infinite being due this holiday season, they're still hiring positions in 343 to help get that project finished along the way, which can be taken as a good sign or a bad sign that they're still hiring, maybe 7 months before launch, or the fact that they're just trying to hire more people just to make sure that the game is going to be launching in a good state, which is very good, and I really hope it does, because I'm looking forward to Halo Infinite probably more than any game this holiday season. I really can't wait for it. And I also can't wait for Halo 3 and the Master Chief Collection coming up soon as well. And next, we got a little bit of information coming out about a possible Call of Duty leak that might suggest that we might be able to play Season 4 as soon as this coming Wednesday, June 10th. And an article by Forbes highlights a tweet by Geeky Pastimes that shows that according to the data mining, Season 4 would be coming as soon as this Wednesday morning. And keep in mind, this is just a rumor. Even what was found in the data mine files could still change, and they might still not have a planned date when it's going to come out. They might have had it planned for this Wednesday, but it could get pushed back if they feel like having it pushed back to a further date if they feel it's not ready. The Call of Duty Season 4 was postponed due to current world events. They decided it wasn't the right time to launch it, so they decided to push back the date to a future date. And could it be this Wednesday morning? I guess we're going to find out. Hopefully it comes sooner than later so we can all get back to enjoying Call of Duty Warzone. And on to the next story we have from PC Gamer, which highlights that a 5-year-old build of Dead Island 2 has been officially leaked. And we all remember the original Dead Island from the game that had that very emotional cinematic trailer before the release and came out, and the gameplay was just absolutely nothing but a zombie hack and slash game, which kind of had no relevance to the trailer whatsoever, but it was a brilliant marketing tactic. I remember thinking after watching the trailer how cool this game was going to be, and then the gameplay just turned out to be absolutely nothing, kind of like what was portrayed in the trailer. But brilliant move on their part. And Dead Island 2 was being developed shortly after, and the developer Techland had abandoned the development of Dead Island 2 to continue work on Dying Light. Now, the production of Dead Island 2 has changed developers' hands a few times in the past many years, so it has had a pretty rough production history. And the video that I can't show here for obvious reasons does look like a pretty quality build of the game. I definitely will leave links in the description to all of these articles, so be sure to check them out down below and make sure you go check them out for yourself. But as you can see from this build, it looks like it was pretty far along. It looks like a very good chunk of gameplay that you can see. It looks like a lot of fun. There was quite a bit of development. I mean, I'm sure that over the years and it changing developers, it is going to change into something completely different, but it is still cool to look back and see what could have been and see this 5-year-old build of a game that still has not seen the light of day. And we still have no confirmation if this game will come out, but we're still hoping it does. The original Dead Island was a very good game, and judging by this chunk of gameplay, it does look like it'd be a fun game to play as well. So we do hope that Dead Island 2 does see the light of day eventually. Alright, and next we got a little bit of information coming out about Square ENIX. And this article was from VideoGameChronicles.com, and it states that Square ENIX has hired a veteran Devil May Cry 5 designer for a new action game. Ryota Suzuki was also head lead on Dragon's Dogma. Square ENIX has hired Dragon's Dogma and Devil May Cry 5 designer Ryota Suzuki for a new action game project. The news was revealed on a company's Japanese recruitment page translated by Siliconera, because if you do head to this website in the description, it will be all written in Japanese. I looked. Which reveals that a veteran Capcom designer made the switch last year and will be battle director for the new AAA title. Suzuki was most recently a designer for Devil May Cry 5, game design lead for Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, and gameplay lead for Dragon's Dogma. That's a pretty good resume, I'd say. And apparently Ryota was hired to start a new action RPG for Square ENIX that we don't know anything about, but apparently they do have a new project in the works. And I will keep you further updated on this story as to what this game possibly could be, and once I find out more information about it, I will definitely keep you updated on this one. Alright, and that brings me to an article from TechRadar which states, rumors suggest Bloodborne is heading to PC and PS5, but we're not convinced yet. And this all started from a tweet by Nibble which claims, rumor, Bloodborne Remastered coming to PC and PS5, developed by QLOC and Blue Point Games. And obviously this is just a rumor. He did state that everything that he has learned about this leak was completely unconfirmed and it was just a rumor. And in a tweet from Lance McDonald it reads, sadly I've been shown a screenshot where the creator of this video confirms that it is without merit and just to get on the recent attention. And he also tweets, I have also been shown the original source of the recent flurry of rumors, and I personally believe that is without merit. But it's okay if others choose to believe it. And the article states, before we go any further, it's worth underlining that there is nothing official on Bloodborne for PC whatsoever. Not a retailer leak, not a registered URL, nothing in the realms of indication that this is going ahead yet. Blue Point Games is rumored to be working on a remake of Demon's Souls for PS5. This Bloodborne stuff is a new element here, and as far as we can tell, Blue Point has never collaborated with another studio on porting a game. QLOC is another porting specialist studio which worked on Dark Souls Remastered. The YouTube channel PC Gaming Inquisition says that Bloodborne is in the works for PS5 and PC without shedding much light on their sources. The video claims the developers Bluepoint Games and QLOC are working on a PC version with graphical upgrades like 60 frames per second support included. The video features granular details about the port, like the inclusion of an FOV slider. But, by my opinion, judging by what we've seen Sony do recently with releasing Death Stranding to PC and Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC as well in the summer months, which I will leave a link to that below, it will be coming to Steam. Judging by what Sony has done in the past, I do think that there is some possibility that this could be true because we've seen a lot of Sony games that have been exclusive to the PlayStation now coming out for PC. I guess they were only timed exclusives for the PlayStation console. And like I said, we've seen it with a couple of their past games. So I think this is possible that this could happen. This leak is definitely still completely unconfirmed and just a rumor. I believe the possibility is definitely there for this one to be true. And I'm really hoping it does. I would love to play Bloodborne on the PC. If it does come, especially in remastered form, I will 100% be picking it up day one. I'm really excited to play this. And I do also think it's a really good thing that Sony is deciding to get some of their games out on PC instead of just leaving them console exclusives, mainly because it's good for the developers and it's good for the community. The more people that get to play games, the better. And having it available on multiple platforms will give the developers of these games more support and more funding to work on their next projects that they are coming out with. Alright, and on to the final rumor of the day, because I love talking about rumors, is possibly Resident Evil 8 showing up on a German retailer, games only. And there's a rumor on Reddit suggesting that Resident Evil 8, the Uncut Edition, was listed for pre-order on a German retailer. Now, for an uncut version to be listed on a German retailer would kind of make a little bit of sense because German games are usually heavily edited to edit out most of the violence for games. They have been recently letting up on some of the restrictions in gaming, but for them to release an uncut version and maybe an edited version could be a possibility coming from the German market. And the leaks claim that the Resident Evil game did show up on the German retailer website briefly, stating that it was called Resident Evil Village, with, of course, 8 being spelled out in the village, which if you take a look at the Resident Evil 7 cover art, it would make sense that that is something that Capcom has done before with their game. Now, the one thing that this does state is that it showed up on the retailer website for PlayStation 4, which I will show you the picture of right here. While that doesn't really make much sense that it would just be for the PS4, apparently if it was just a placeholder for the game that leaked out, it would definitely be coming out for PlayStation 5 and PC and Xbox and all the next-gen platforms. Maybe it could have been just listed for PlayStation 4 because that's all they had it down for. But it still is kind of funny that this leak would come with the next-gen consoles being so close and a very short window time of when it would be announced and released. And on this website it reads, Resident Evil 8 is available for pre-order on a German retailer. The game hasn't been officially revealed, although details around it have been leaked. Resident Evil 8 is reportedly the next chapter in the popular franchise. Details around Resident Evil 8 are only rumored now, and there is no official confirmation on the game so far, but a German retailer, Games Only, has now listed the game as available for pre-order on PS4. As for now, the game itself, it has been heavily rumored that it will be called Resident Evil 8, which can be written in the logo as Resident Evil Village. Sony had scheduled an announcement for PS5 games on June 4th, but the event was delayed with no confirmed delay date. So while there are a couple little things that add up to this being a possibility, it is still just a rumor and still just a leak. So again, take these with a grain of salt, the leaks and rumors that you see today, but it does get you thinking at the possibility of them being real. Resident Evil 8, could we be hearing about it soon? Maybe at the Sony event? All these little leaks starting to come out before the PlayStation event. But could some of these leaks be what we're going to see at the Sony PlayStation event? They could be, and maybe by delaying this event, Sony may have messed up now that there's leaks popping out about these certain things, like Bloodborne and like this Resident Evil game as well. Maybe these are leaks that weren't supposed to come out. Maybe not. But we'll find out all in due time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope it got you excited as it did for me, thinking about the possibility of these leaks being true. I want everybody to have a great rest of your day, and you guys take care. I will see you next time. This is Webb, signing out.